Hello and welcome to the second tutorial of CPU's Java tutorial. There is, now that we have downloaded the Eclipse IDE, there is one thing that we can do quickly and easily to check that the Eclipse IDE works. And as you can see, you are greeted by a welcome page, but we don't want the welcome page since we're watching the video on the tutorial for the Java saying a simple program in Java, which is known as the Hello World program. So we're going to exit out of the welcome page since it's not useful to us at this time, and we will have I already created a test folder right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. But what you're going to be greeted with a blank workspace. So you click new, you click file, and then you click new, and then you click Java project. So you can create a Java project name. I'm going to title it Project 1. And this is just going to be your project. It saves in your workspace, and it shows that you're using the Java JRE, which is what I downloaded from the website in the previous tutorial. So you just click finish, although if you want to toggle with the projects or the libraries, you just click next, although you wouldn't really want to do that at this point. Click finish, and now you are in the project 1. And so if you want to create a class, meaning you want to create a simple program in order to say hello world, what you're going to do is you're going to open the little arrow right here, as you can see, and you're going to want to right click on the source folder where you'll put your source files. So you right click, click new, and then you go to class. You click on class, and it'll ask you to create a name for the new Java class. So naturally, it cannot be numbers, and it cannot be the same name. So you want to create something like Proj1. So and also, in order to expedite the process, you would like to click which method stubs would you like to create. You would want to click public static void main string args, and this might not make sense at the moment, but it'll make sense once we see the code in action. So you click finish, and you're greeted with this random block of text. And what is this random block of text, you might be asking? The public class Proj1 is what you just created. Is a class. It is public. The difference between public classes and private or just object classes is that public is it's public. It can be referenced at any time. So if I was writing a code that was thousands of lines long and I needed to use it, I would just refer to the public class whenever I wanted to. And after that, you see public static void main string args, and this is kind of, think of it as an introductory paragraph to an essay you might be writing. You just need an intro. That's that hook. That is the start of the program, and it's going to be a static value, which is not a value added. It's a value that's not going to be taking in user input. It's just outputting the code that we're going to feed the program. So what you're going to do is delete this green text right here, and the green text is designated by 2 slashes, meaning that it's a comment. Comments are not taken in by the program. They're just for other developers to communicate what special nifty things they might have done in their code. So we're going to get rid of that, and then we are going to type system, and this is the system that we are in, the IDE dot out And that is another cool thing about Eclipse is that it kind of autofills. It's going to it'll try to give you suggestions on what you're trying to write, which is really nifty about Eclipse. So you type system.out, it's going to output something dot print ln, and this is going to print a line of something. So, and you put two parentheses in order to show that you're encapsulating the quote that you want to state, and you put two quotation marks, and then you would want to type in hello world. And you're not finished there. At the end of every line of code that you write, you want to have a semicolon. Think of a semicolon as a period at the end of the sentence. So now that we have completed our code, and also another thing, you want to have these brackets because think of them as indentations. If you don't have the correct brackets, then your code is not going to run because it's not going to be encapsulated within that code. Think of it as an essay that you're writing. If you don't section off your paragraphs, the reader might not know when a certain area starts and begins. So now that we have dived into the code, we are going to try and run the code, which is designated by this green run button. So as we click the run button, we are greeted with a prompt that says save and launch, and you click OK. So an output is generated at the bottom of our screen in the console stating hello world, which is what we had right over here. And this video has been how to write a simple piece of code, the hello world program, in the Eclipse IDE in Java.